Hello and welcome, heroes of time. My name is Vince Southbless, aka the Indigo Babies, and here we are for my second installment of my Technomancy Suite development log. So, right now, what you'll be able to see on the screen. I'm going straight into it. So I've had a few updates since the last time I've seen you. So now we have some loading screens, some ways to get into these different applications within the application. So right now what you're seeing on the holographic screen, this is utilizing all the depths of the perception in there. So I got a theory about holographic screens, which is essentially just from extrapolating what happens with TV, with film, the ability to influence how photons, light, color, rhythm, light plus sound affects humans, all of that kind of stuff. I think that holograms have the potential to manipulate, to persuade, to create hallucinations, all of that type of stuff. So this is what this is doing on the technical side right now. This is actually just scanning for all of the different inputs that are going to be available. I want to make it multi-controllable. But also this front screen here, I have a feeling that this screen, when you actually see it in real life and have the holographic depth in there, I feel like it's going to make some people uncomfortable. And so that's something that I want to test. So I want to test whether it makes people uncomfortable. But I also put it on there so that, if there was like a young person or whatever who just accessed the app without me doing all of these sorts of tests, this might put them off. But I also have a theory that young people, the thing that I'm considering will make people uncomfortable, it's possible that it will only make older people uncomfortable, and people who were used to screens, used to Game Boys, used to virtual reality and all of these types of things, it might be thrilling for them. It might actually be like a ting for them, like in terms of enjoyment, like so that's what that little test is there. I got to move each controller, and so we get into the next stage. So now this is just like a little kind of loading situation that I've put up just to kind of separate out again. So the way that I've been developing this app is with all of the knowledge. I've created like a mini metaverse Discord bot, and I learned a lot doing that. So this is where I developed the controls, again loading systems. So this is just what that is. So now we've selected and we're going to be getting into the menu screen. So that is, I made up that name and that logo years and years ago, and it's nice to be able to finally use it, because this was always going to be my technology arm of what it is that I do. So here we go. So right now we are in the menu screen. So here we've got the Game Boy loading through. So we've got forms, and the next one is sim use. So forms is what we're going to get into now, and forms is what I showed you beforehand. So I want to show you where I am at with that. So we go to spheres. So first of all, I've put a whole host more orbs on here. So these are my testers. So I think I've got 13 different orbs on there. And now each one of them has the potential to have their colors changed. So go back to color 1, make it red, and let's go back to orb 2. We'll make this blue, and then go back to color 1, and then make that. What we're going to do with that? Okay, it's white, it's just not contrasting. So let's go back and make this completely dark, and then you can see, go back to color 1, start shifting through there. And actually I think this one's just because it's got some more colors in there. So if we go and change the inside of that to, let's see what we doing here? 4. Change that to a red. Cool. So you know, if I go through, we got all these orbs, and we can shift around the colors. So now the other thing that I have added to it is, let's go back to one of these. This one looks here kind of mad. I have also added the rotate feature. So now we can rotate these objects. Let's see what we got here. And so again, this, I mean, it was always just part of the plan. I'll go into it a little bit later, how these are all going to kind of come in together. But this rotation feature, effectively, when I first programmed it, it had this thing where it was accumulating the spin. So if I stop, it stops instantly, but then just pressing it goes back to that major spin. But then once it gets to a certain level of spin, it starts creating this effect. And this is so interesting for me. Again, because if you were looking at this directly on the holographic screen, there's something interesting that it does to your brain, because you can actually look around it. It's like there's an interesting simulation being created here, because it's not actually bound by physics, but the interpretation that your brain is given is the same as if this was physically happening. So I find it interesting that there are possibilities to make animations within animations within animations if people understand how the original animations were made. This is from that exact type of framework. Let's give it a quick mess it up a little bit, see what's going on, play around with it. So there's that, and then there's also, you know, me using this made me think, okay, this might be part of the hallucination capacity of the hologram as well. To, you know, so if you see how that looks really interesting to me, you know. So yeah, there's something in the road, but you know, it's all, you know, it all comes from initially just being able to maneuver and shift to get the different perspectives of the orbs here. So that's the rotation feature. Now the next feature here, if we go down to, see if this comes through. Yep. So let's go to music, and we have audio interaction. Maybe if I just turn this down a little bit. So yeah, we have So yeah, we've got the audio interactions on there as well. So I've started working on the next app within there, which is that one that I showed you, which was SimUse. And in fact, let me see if going back works. Okay, going back works. So yeah. So the next one, which is SimUse, this is going to be a simulation program, so you can simulate out different things, and I'll probably show a bit of that next time. And also what I'm going to be doing next, so right now I'm controlling it with the Xbox, but it's got the leap in there for the motion controls, so that might be part of the next update to get it with the simulations. And then also I want to be able to dynamically change which individual music frequency is affecting the audio interaction, and then from there we'll go on to changing the types of interactions. And so basically what it's going to be is each of these individual apps, as they get created, there will then be apps that use multiple of the features in one. So once I create the simulation one, where you can be like, oh, what happens if this cube goes here, and change the mass of the cube and trajectories and all of that and follow it through. And then you've got forms where you can create all of these different forms and change their colors and all that kind of stuff. And then you'll be able to mix them together. So then you'll be able to do simulations with the forms, and then that's what the plan is for it to move exponentially, so that for every new app that is created, there's a pseudo app which is all of those apps together and all of those features together. So whether that actually works in that there are new apps that are the mix of both of them, or whether it's that every time a new app is created, its features will be available to other apps. So like in simulation, it'll be like, oh, do you want to import a form? And then it knows where the forms is. That's how that's potentially going to work. So number 2 on the devlog here. Again, like I said, my name is Vince Southbless. Like and subscribe if you like and subscribe to any of this. And I hope you're having a blessed day.